Okay, so I hope this video is helpful for anyone watching. I had this thought today while I was in the car, and that's where all my good ideas come from. And I was thinking, like, what was something that I needed to hear, or some advice I would give my younger self who graduated. And for me, I was thinking specifically for counseling or those going into the field of counseling. And so I was looking at this picture. So this is me in 2017. I just graduated with my bachelor's in psychology from Liberty University. And yeah, I was just thinking, like, what would I tell her, like, about what's to come, or like what advice would I give her? So I feel like a lot of different things come up for me. One of them would be just take your time. You don't have to know everything. In fact, it's actually more fun to be present in the moment, in life and with the clients. Yes, it's going to be very hard in the beginning, and also know that what you produce does not, or what you offer does not automatically determine your worth and your productivity. One of the biggest things that I've learned is that every counseling setting I've been in, it's all about what you produce, and it's how you've made money. But what you really are going to value is the presence and being there and holding space for people. And what you're really going to love is discovering that a lot of the things that you truly loved as a child will actually be more so healing in your modality than any kind of textbook that you could read. So that's kind of fun. Also, when you are interning in your master's, you will understand the value of people in your corner and people not in your corner. And so you move through that very gracefully, but you also learn the value of not everything revolves around you and that life is not going to give you everything on a silver platter. But as a consequence, you build a lot of the muscles individually that actually make you a really great clinician. And you're going to work through a lot of different places, and you'll lose yourself multiple times, but you always come back to yourself. And I can sense that you don't really know your own value, and that is something that you will discover and you'll continue to discover. The Lord has been in everything that you have been in each environment. And you're learning, you do best as you learn as you go. And just know that every negative, every slope down is only building you up to the next. And you'll also discover that you don't actually really like the field as much as you really like helping people come back home to themselves. And so your perspective is just as valuable as any textbook. Your voice matters, your tone, the way that you actually are present with people carries more than what any other person could manufacture for them. Also be open to failing a lot, okay? Like, when I say failing, you're not really failing, you're just giving yourself a chance to experience life. And that doesn't mean anything about you. I would encourage you to also be open to things changing more frequently, and understanding your role in your own life and how important joy is in order to actually help other people find joy and bliss and contentment, because that's going to be a big foundation part of your trajectory. You really need to sit with yourself, get to know yourself, be present with yourself, because when you do that, you actually have more capacity to pull from what God has called you to do. And just remember that. Remember, this is what God has called you to do, and that He can use you as a vessel, and you can call on Him at any time. Like, yes, you have a master's, yes, you have a bachelor's, yes, you have a license, yes, you have a national certified counseling certification, but honestly, none of that matters when it comes down to your discipline, your resiliency, your compassion is actually what I think people love most about you, and your ability to sit with the heaviness that other people experience, and you're able to witness it because you've gone through your own, and nothing is ever wasted. So every experience that is coming to you is building you up, to not only become more whole, but also to notice God within you, you know, and God is using all of those experiences and those gifts to help other people. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let that land. I didn't anticipate that happening. I was just gonna give generic kind of what I wanted, you know, maybe to help other people, but maybe that turned into, you know, compassionate self-talk for myself. So yeah, anyway, I hope this is helpful for anybody who clicked on this video. I encourage you all to be present with yourself, and, you know, look at a picture of yourself and show yourself the same compassion that maybe you give others willingly. Maybe give it to yourself intentionally, and you'd be surprised how much more energy and joy you have access to. So I hope you guys have a good one. Leave me a comment below if you know, you have any thoughts about what would help you in this field, if you're a counselor watching this, or if you just have any questions in general about the field. I'd be open to sharing some of my experience. And yeah, I'll just leave it there. Y'all have a good one.